Welcome back to Last Week Tonight, McGill edition. Our story tonight is on a rather crude subject, oil. Here's our host to give you the scoop.
In your opinion, what is the common point between your deodorant, your shampoo, and your shaving cream? You might have guessed it. Aside from being often found in our bathrooms, they are all made of oil. Ever since its discovery in the late 19th century, oil has become an essential component of our societies, making its way everywhere, from our everyday home goods to international conflicts and politics. According to ENVR data, in 2019, crude oil accounted for more than 30% of the world's energy production and was the world's most used energy source.
Hey guys, so I'm just going to give you a quick overview on oil. I'm sure that you already know a lot about oil, but crude oil is extracted from natural reserves like shale sands. It's used for a variety of different things. It's basically a bunch of hydrocarbons that are separated, and it can be separated into fuels for transportation and energy, into asphalt for roads, into plastics. And as an example, the US uses 37% of its primary energy from petroleum, which is just a refined oil. And globally, oil consumption is rising. And this is majorly due to the Asia Pacific, as shown in the graph. Most other regions seem to be relatively stable.
Petroleum isn't distributed evenly across the world. Some areas have much larger deposits than others, and some are much more readily available than others as well. As you can see, oil consumption mirrors the distribution of deposits. To make up for this uneven availability, oil is supremely portable. Compared to most renewable energies, oil is very easy to store and to transport. Once it's out of the ground, it's usable at any time. This makes it a fantastic resource for export and a fantastic resource to exploit. There's a reason why petroleum has been cause for armed conflict for more than a century, while to my knowledge no one has invaded Iceland to capitalize on its geothermal capabilities. Since petroleum is easy to store and transport, some countries maintain a large reserve of it to help ensure political and economic stability.
Oil pollution. Think Deepwater Horizon oil spill, or the Dinobots exacting their revenge on Mark Wahlberg. 205 million gallons of oil contaminated the Gulf of Mexico. However, this did not decrease the dissolved oxygen in the area. It only added carcinogens into an already hypoxic zone. To clean up that mess, we lit it on fire. This was very effective at moving toxins from the water to the air and adding extra carbon dioxide. Even when oil works perfectly, it still releases those greenhouse gases and toxins. The UN took that into account when crafting these SDGs. For instance, a target of goal 13 is to increase the number of policies in place to reduce emissions. As you can see by this bumper sticker, when Canada implemented their carbon tax in 2015, the oil sands were real pleased.
According to the International Monetary Fund, the global demand for oil will peak around 2040 and then start decreasing due to long-term improvements in energy efficiency and a substitution of oil with renewable energy sources. Many oil-exporting regions like the Middle East could face a recession if economic diversification measures are not adopted. The current pandemic has accelerated the peak demand trajectory as the lockdowns and travel bans have eliminated a third of the global oil demand. As a result, many oil companies have fast-forwarded their prospective shift into renewable energies and carbon offsetting measures in order to safeguard the future of their companies. To summarize, our society heavily relies on oil to support our livelihoods and fuel our material culture, which has resulted in global environmental degradation. However, the oil industry will undergo a substantial transformation as it aims to move away from oil and towards a greener future.